the friendship not working out, then you gotta go. Hey y'all, so I'm super excited because this is my start of my back to school series on YouTube. So after this, y'all should expect more back to school content from me. Don't mind my pillows because we figured out that my dog had fleas, so I had to wash my sheets. So that's why I don't have pillowcases on my pillows. Don't come for me, I'm not dirty. I'm just gonna be giving y'all like the raw truth and my middle school experience because I feel like I'm qualified enough to give incoming middle schoolers advice because I'm going to high school next year, you know, big 9th grader. So I'm just gonna be giving y'all advice and how I made it through middle school and what you should do and expect. And I don't even have a list, so I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. So let's just get straight into the video. So the first thing I would say is do not expect to have the same friends that you had in elementary school. Like me personally, I didn't really have that many friends because I didn't fit in elementary school because, you know, I was a black girl at a white school and everybody thought I was just weird. They just knew me as the super smart weird girl. So I didn't really fit in. Like people would hang around me, but I never actually considered any of my friends because I knew they actually didn't like me. So I didn't have that problem like with my friends moving to a different school or like not having the same friends after elementary school because first of all, I didn't go to the same middle school as everybody else. Like, you know how there's like a main middle school that everybody else is going to, and then there's just all the other schools that like people are split here and there. I was one of the people that went to schools that nobody even knew about, so I was cool with that one because I got a fresh start, which I was happy about. But if you expect to have the same friends that you had in elementary school, you will get your heart broken because as soon as people get to middle school, they switch up. Like people act like they don't know you. They start making other friends. So don't prevent yourself from talking to other people and making new friends just because you stuck on this friend since elementary school. And don't be afraid to cut people off because you've known them since elementary school. Like I don't care if I've known you since I was in diapers. If you don't want to act right, I'm not going to keep you in my life because I feel like I owe you some type of loyalty because I've known you so long. If the friendship not working out, then you gotta go. Like I'm not gonna keep stressing myself out about a friendship that I know is not working. So take that advice, and if you feel like you're just holding on to a friendship just because y'all have been friends since elementary school, let go. Or like if you have a trio or like your best friend, they might switch up because in middle school it's when people start to mature and become their own person, and you know, like So the next thing is, in my opinion, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. And when I was in 5th grade, I made a pledge to myself that I would never do drugs, and I stood on that to this day. But you will be surprised, my 6th grade year I wasn't really introduced to that just because of the people I hung around. But you'll be surprised once you hit 7th grade and 8th grade, you'll be surprised about how many people in your school actually partake in those activities and actually do drugs. And people will try to peer pressure you and in the stalls in the bathroom and ask, oh, do you want to come in here with me? No, unless you actually want to do that. It's nothing wrong with it, honestly. But if you truly in your heart know that you do not want to do that and you're just doing it to fit in, then don't do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. People won't judge you for it. The next thing on my list is boyfriends. Try not to have more than 3 boyfriends in middle school. I say more than 3 because you're gonna experiment with boys. You're gonna like, you know, want to talk to boys and, you know, get into a relationship. You might already be in a relationship in elementary school, but yeah, I say not more than 3 because then you're gonna be known as the school HOE, and you don't want to be known as the school HOE because that's not a good look and people will just not like you. I actually knew a girl that was like, you know, known as the school, you know, and nobody liked her, and she ended up switching schools because people were trying to fight her. And she was actually, well, she still is actually one of my very close friends. But if you want to do that, then, you know, go ahead. Nobody's judging you. I'm not judging you. Live your life, I guess. Okay, the next thing is like academics, like grades. I would say in 6th grade, you should, it's a little bit more serious than elementary school, but I feel like you should focus on your grades more because if your school has programs like mine, take advantage of them. Like for instance, you need to take, I think, language for 2 years to graduate high school. if your school has the program where you could take like Spanish for 2 years in a row and then you don't have to do it in high school, then take advantage of that, because I regret not doing that, because for me it was already too late. I had already gotten my schedule or whatever, and I didn't feel like changing it. But if your school has those things where you could like get stuff out the way before high school, then go ahead and do it. But in 6th grade, I feel like you should really pay attention to your grades, because that's the grade where you can like start getting tested for high school courses in 7th and 8th grade. So if you do good in that year, you can get tested for like physical science and algebra. Well, you don't have to get tested for it, but you just get put straight in it if your teacher recommends it for you. So that's good, because that's actually what I did, and I already had biology out the way, so I don't have to take it next year. I go straight into chemistry, and usually you take biology in 9th grade, but I'm taking it, well, I already took it. The next thing is stay out of drama. Like in elementary school, drama was like, okay, whatever. In middle school, drama is totally different. Like, people take that seriously, and it spreads so fast, and you will literally get into so many fights. Do not get in a fight. You will regret it, and I'm saying that from experience, just because it's not a good look on your character. Like, it's not a good look that you are being this aggressive, you know. Don't let anyone get you out of your element. Most of these girls, sometimes they don't even want to be your friends for real. They just want to know your business. Sometimes that would get you in trouble, because people would get their whole families on you. And nowadays, people's crazy for you to be going around talking and saying your opinion. Like, you could speak your opinion, but don't overdo it, because people will threaten you. People in middle school have threatened some crazy things. I remember one boy said he was gonna get his brothers to come jump this boy at the park, and they was gonna bring their guns or whatever. I don't know, but people die nowadays for stupid stuff, so don't get into drama. But one thing I will say, there's always going to be those people in your grade that you look up to because they seem more mature than you and they look older. But don't try to change yourself or do inappropriate things to fit in with them, because middle school goes by fast, and you will look back 3 years later and you'll be like, wow, my childhood was really gone, all because you were trying to be something that you weren't, which is grown. So don't do it. Be yourself. Like, it's gonna seem corny when you look back at it in a year and you're being yourself, but honestly, like, you're gonna have fun and enjoy your experiences. So don't regret having fun at all. Thing that people really go crazy about, which I never understood, was popularity. It was a really big thing in my school. For me, myself personally, I was always the type of person that would like be cool with everybody. Like, I didn't care what your status was, unless you were like really weird, then I wouldn't talk to you. Just a personal preference, just because of me, like, not really weird, but like if I didn't get along with you, you know. So I kind of clicked with everybody, but I never really considered myself friends with everybody. I just clicked with everybody. But some people would say popular. Oh my gosh, she's so popular. Da, da, da. I hated that word so much. Like, nobody is popular. Like, they're known, like everyone knows them, but they're not popular. So don't go crazy about being popular and do stupid stuff just to fit in, because it is not worth it at all. You will not know these people in 2 years, so don't do stupid stuff for popularity. Also, this is a big thing. Do not get suspended. Like, try not to get suspended, because if you want to go to like a really good high school, like a magnet high school that you have to apply for, they're gonna look at your record, and if you've gotten suspended, then you might not be able to get into the school that all your friends are going to and you wanted to go to, just because you got suspended for some dumb stuff. So behave, because it's not worth it. So just try to surround yourself with good people and have a good support system, because that honestly is really going to get you through middle school, in my opinion, because it's just easier when you can have fun and don't have to worry about someone always judging you. And you could just, people that support you if you're going through something, even if you don't feel like I don't know, it's just better to go through stuff with people than alone. And just, it's better just having good friends in general. Like, I'd rather have one good friend than a whole big friend group and nobody really care about each other. Actually, in my school, there was a lot of those friend groups where people made it seem like they cared about each other, and in the whole time, everybody in the friend group was talking about each other. Everybody in the friend group was dating each other exes. Like, it was just a hot mess. Just for popularity. Do not do it. Like, you will be okay, I promise you. Live your life. Middle school is not as scary as it seems, or as it's going to seem. It's really just any other school. It's just the gap between elementary school and high school. It's just to get you prepared for high school. One of my big things is hygiene. Okay, you might have PE or like dance in the beginning in the morning, and then you might be sweaty, and you know, at this time, like in 5th grade, that's when your hormones are like really strong. So maybe you'll put on deodorant and you still smell. I'm not judging you because I've gone through something like that in the past. What I would say is go to like Dollar Tree or something and get baby wipes, so that when you do start to smell, you can wipe under your arms and then reapply deodorant, because them always be smelling like absolute trash. So don't just put deodorant over it, because it's just gonna mask the must and you're just gonna smell terrible again, especially if you're a girl. Just make sure you get baby wipes and wipe under your arms and reapply deodorant. Just enjoy your middle school experience, because it's really the start of your like teenage life. So my mom is very strict. She still is very strict. So this is why I suggest that you have friends, because then you get invited to all the parties, and you know, it's just, you get to enjoy the experience, you know, go out with your friends and stuff. I didn't get to experience this. Part of it was because I am a homebody and I don't like people. But yeah, I didn't get to experience that. So you will regret it if you don't. Good to just get out there and start learning the world, because you will be going to high school next thing you know, and next thing you know, you'll be going to college after that, and time will go by so fast. So just experiment and learn a few things so that you'll be more experienced when you need the life skills that you're learning while you're doing these things. I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but you understand me. It's good to have life experiences and to learn, because you never know when you'll need them. Do not disrespect these teachers. Do not disrespect the janitors. Like, that's just ill. I don't want to be around anyone that's disrespecting teachers or janitors, because these are real people that just come to their job. Like, don't just be disrespectful for no reason. Now, it's a different thing if a teacher crosses you and they really think that they don't get you out your element just because you're a child. Then I would say stick up for yourself. But if it's not, like if you just being disrespectful for no reason, then don't do it. Or to look cool or be a class clown, then don't do it. It's not funny. It's not cute. Like, these are real people with real families. And if you're a girl, everybody says to carry around a little hygiene thing to keep all your stuff in it, your toiletry stuff. Me personally, there was like days where I would forget it, or I would take it out and then I would keep telling myself to put it back in the morning, and I just never would. So me personally, like if you're like me and you're lazy and you stall to do stuff and you know that you're just not going to keep up with that, I would say just keep like 2 or 3 pads in the front pocket or inside your book bag at the bottom, just in case that it's one of those days that you get caught off guard or one of your friends need help or something. Because like you really don't be needing all that stuff for real. Like you do need it, but you don't. So I'm just saying, like, you don't want to be needing all over yourself. Or if anything, if it's the case, then just go to the nurse's office. Don't be embarrassed about it. Just go to the nurse's office and get a pad. One thing I will say about those pads, they always have the huge, like super thick, bulky ones. They're just not comfortable at all, but at least you know you ain't gonna leak. One thing I will say about this period of time is to find yourself. Like experiment with makeup, experiment with your hair, straighten it, dye it, bleach it, let it fall out, because you have to learn from experiences to know what to do in the future. Figure out what you want to do. Start thinking about what you want to do in life. Like not necessarily what you do want to do in life, but like your career path. Like even though you might switch it when you get to high school, it's just nice to have a path to see through about what you want to do with your future. So for instance, me, I always knew I wanted to do something in the medical field, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do, and I still am struggling with that. But you know, at least I have a vision in my mind of what I want to do when I grow up. Like some people, you ask some people what they want to do when they grow up, and they go, I want to be a waitress. Like that's not even realistic. Waitresses get paid off of tips. Like that's not something you want to do. That's like a first job or something that you do like because you have to do it. Like be realistic and start thinking about what you want to do with your life. you know, start setting goals. Or for example, if you want to start a YouTube channel, like start doing something, start a small business, you know, do something because you only live once. You join a sport, join a special activity. If your school has a cheer team, join it. That's what I did. If your school has a dance team, soccer, volleyball, football, basketball, all that good stuff, like just enjoy your middle school experience, because if you don't, you're gonna regret it. And it goes by super fast, and next thing you know, you're gonna be in high school like me. That's honestly all I want to say. Like, I'm just gonna look back at this and be like, wow, I was really about to go to high school and I was just so nervous, and it was really nothing in the first place. So yeah, don't think about it too much. Don't be too nervous. It's just like any other school. It's just a few things that are gonna be different and are gonna catch you off guard. But yeah, that's all I want to say. Like, honestly, just enjoy it and don't stress about it too much, because it's really not that big of a deal. Like, it's really not. It's just middle school. You'll realize that like a week or two when you get into it, and it's like, oh, I'm just going to school. It's nothing. There's nothing new. It's still school. But yeah, honestly, I think that's the end of this video, and I'm super excited that this is like the start of my back to school videos. So just expect more back to school videos on this channel. And the one thing I'm super excited about is my first day of school get ready with me / vlog, because I want to be able to look back at it and have like all 4 years of it, all 4 years of my first day on my YouTube channel. So that's one thing I am excited about. I'm looking forward to. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you like my content, if you like me. We're almost at 500 subscribers. Tell me what y'all want from me, like what type of videos I want, because I feel like I'm just posting videos that nobody wants to see, and that's why my views are kind of low. Just because I think somebody would enjoy it doesn't mean somebody's going to enjoy it. So let me know what y'all would actually like to see from me, so I could, you know, start posting stuff like that. But yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoy middle school. I hope you find my channel again if you don't subscribe within like the next 2-3 years, and you start watching me. But yeah, bye y'all.